I'm Suzanne Madrid. This is my discussion board for Module 3. I went to work in healthcare administration for my first career, and I had a job with a neurosurgeon. And the first day I walked into his office, I asked to look at the procedure and policy manual, and he didn't have one. I looked at him and said, how does anyone here know how to do anything? It is definitely essential to any organization. It's what tells you how to run the organization. So they're very important. There are many reasons for collection policy, but these are the three I chose. To give guidance to a replacement librarian should the position become vacant without training. Policies for handling difficult situations regarding materials complaint, which we're starting to see more of. Roles and responsibilities for collection development. Who does what? The first one, providing guidance to a temporary or new personnel in the event of a vacancy. Should someone be out for illness or pregnancy, this would help whoever steps into that role know what to do. Each policy pertains to that specific library, and they're all different. So your policy and procedures manual allows you to lay out exactly how you want your program run. The policy for handling a materials complaint or a challenge, this can help provide guidance, consistency, and support, as Martis tells us. It's really helpful for those that are brand new librarians that have never had to do a challenge or a material complaint. It really gives them the steps in order to handle that. Roles and responsibilities of collection development. There are a lot of activities and a lot that goes into this, and this policy provides a roadmap for that. What's going to be in the collection? Who's going to do what? How are you going to have a policy for ethical use of information? The roles and responsibilities are laid out in your manual. I chose the article, So Stinkin' Popular, How Could You Say No? The Graphic Novel Collection Development and School Librarian Self-Censorship. This talked about self-censorship regarding graphic novels, but most of it comes from a fear of challenges and a lack of experience in education. Librarians are really trying to avoid controversy, and so we have to be careful to not have our own bias when we're doing collections. In the Children's Collection Development article, he was trying to delve into books based on substance or popularity. He didn't really care for the ones that were really popular, and he wanted some other quality books for kids that have more substance and these elements. But I learned in reading this that you can't write off any book. They both have a place in the library, and a lot of it's based on how you use it, good narration. And promoting books that have appeal is just as good as having books that have quality. Thank you.